Hello, my name is Margaret Nickel, and I'm a licensed esthetician here in Colorado. And I do skincare videos, makeup I started out for older women, but I have branched out and have talked about teenagers and young adults, men. I've done facials and skincare services on men for many years. I've been an esthetician for 21 years and maybe longer. I don't really want to count. And My last video was on how to apply sunscreen. And one thing that I forgot to mention is how do I reapply sunscreen? Now, I recommend a clear sunscreen. There's two by Supergoop, Supergoop Clear and Supergoop Unseen. Now, these are chemical sunscreens, and I do have dry eye. My eyes are sensitive to the chemicals in the sunscreen. That's why I normally use mineral sunscreen. Now, what you can do is you can do the pointer finger, and you're going to put the Super Goop Clear, all the way on the finger. I know it seems like a lot, but that's what you're going to do after 2 hours. And Then you're going to mix it in your hands, and you're going to go like this. Do this. Do your décolleté. Now, if you've got um a t-shirt that comes up to here like you should, that's what I recommend. I don't recommend wearing low cut blouses for anyone, even youngsters. I know we all like to look sexy, but I recommend that you don't do that. Protect your décolleté. You're just going to do your neck, back of your neck, and your ears with the Supergoop Clear, Supergoop Unseen. I'll see how much it is on Amazon, and I will probably purchase some. Now, I never go out of the house unless I have a hat on, and I have all kinds of hats that I wear. Something small. I have these hats here, these visors, and sometimes I put my ponytail in the back to secure it. So I highly recommend that you wear a hat, you wear sunglasses. I always wear sunglasses, so I'm not going to worry about the Supergoop chemical getting in my eye area. Now, if I wanted to, I could get the SPF concealers, and if I wanted to touch up right around my eye, I don't wear a whole heck of a lot of concealer, if any, because I don't want to look like a mannequin. We all have dark circles under our eyes. We we can our eye area is the skin is thinner and it's more see-through. So I'm not going to just spackle concealer on my face and look ridiculous. So I don't want to do that. So I'm going to talk a little bit about about what I do. These gals with these long lash extensions, like I said in my last video, they look ridiculous, and most women do not take care of them. They don't clean them properly, and you see them missing like little spaces where some of them have come out, and they have dirt on them, dust, concealer, makeup on them, and so uh, they look terrible. What I do, since I have dry eye also, is every night I clean my eyes. This is what my I'm not recommending you do this, but this is what my ophthalmologist have me clean my eye area with. And I really get in and clean my eyelashes. And then I come in and I scrub the insides of my area where my lashes are and get that really scrubbed, really cleaned every night. And that helps with my dry eye. I get them on Amazon. So my whole eye area is clean when I put mascara on. The few times that I do, you don't see a bunch of dust and dirt on my lashes. They're properly cleaned. I also dye my eyebrows with a blue black dye that I buy on Amazon, and that just kind of helps darken them. I have some gray hairs in in my eyebrows. And then I also love these brushes. These are Mason and Pearson. They're made in England. I think this one's around $300. They're very expensive, but I've had it for probably 35, 40 years. Probably had this one for 25 years, 30. This one is new. I use this one when my hair is wet, and they hold up. They're just beautiful. I think this one was about 150, possibly. And I do this on wet hair. This is a wet hair brush, and I also am gonna probably show you a few tricks I use for putting on a natural looking makeup. I'm going to apply my e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer on. I'm gonna kind of do that. Put a pretty good amount on. I put it over my lips and around my eyes. That they don't sting my eyes. This product doesn't. Thank goodness. And I kind of do my neck a little bit, and that's really my base makeup. So I do that. I take a little tissue and I go over my brows, get the putty primer off, any sunscreen residue. And then sometimes I use makeup sponges, but I use the ones that are disposable. So after I use them, they just go in the trash. I never wash them. You can't wash them. And they can become very unsanitary. So for this video, I am going to use a little bit of concealer. And I'm talking about just a teeny bit. I put a little bit on my hand there. And I think what I'll do is I'll just do a little sponge. Here we go. Just a little bit. Like I said, I don't want to look like a department store mannequin. Just going to cover just a little bit. Like that. Yeah. My sunscreen looks a little white. I could have mixed in a little bit more of the Ulta MD sunscreen. I could have done that, but I didn't. As in 20 minutes, it's going to really dry down into my skin and become more and more invisible, and you won't have such a white cast on your skin. So another thing that I do too is I bought this mustache wax on Amazon for my brows. My brows can get a little bit unruly, and I don't really want to trim them. I don't want to tweeze them. I want to keep them as lush as possible. And so I'm really going to work in this wax into my brows pretty much. And then also what I've been doing is I just kind of putting this wax over my lips too, so my lipstick doesn't bleed, which I don't have that problem yet because I've taken such good care of my skin. So then I have, there you go, just kind of thicken those brows a little bit. And then sometimes, if you want to, you can just kind of pat down some of your sunscreen if you feel like you put on just a little too much. Remember, you're going to be reapplying in 2 hours, so don't worry about it. And so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a little bit of black liner. And this one's made by Clinique. I buy all my makeup and my skincare products at Marshall's. Uh, I started doing that when I retired from my medical spa job, and I wasn't able to get things at cost. So I started doing that. I watched quite a few Dr. Dre's videos, and I have taken classes on skincare ingredients. So I'm pretty knowledgeable, and I can go into Marshall's and I can look at the ingredients of a product and know that I'm going to be okay. Sorry about this, guys. I'm just going to kind of go like this. Just kind of gonna just like this. And this looks kind of pretty, just kind of putting some liner around my eyes. And if you want to, you can just kind of go in here too, kind of put some black liner there. Looks kind of pretty. All right, I think that looks nice. Kind of makes your eyes pop. And then, sometimes I put a little bit of liner just, on the ends of my brows, not really through the whole thing, through the whole brow. I do have this Makeup Milk, and it's a little fiber gel for your brows, and I can put that on a little bit. The makeup palettes that I buy, and I bought this at Marshall's. I do the nudes, no purples, no greens. This is my Anastasia blush. Got that. And then after about 2 years, 2 or 3 years, I throw the makeup out and I buy new makeup. The makeup does have preservatives in it, but the preservatives last about a maximum 3 years. I was on Amazon and I bought this really pretty color. It's called Cozy Gray. I bought that. And what I'm going to do with this Cozy Gray is I'm going to go like this. And put on a little bit of eyeshadow. There we go. And then I have a clean makeup. I'm just going to kind of blend it in. I don't use powder on my face. I guess I could if I was going out, but I really try to really pare it down. And if you can see my lashes, they're very clean. You don't see any dust or concealer on them. They look nice. Okay. And I have a huge collection of makeup brushes. Some of them are mink, sable, squirrel. And I've collected them for probably about 35 years, and they're still great. So I think what I'm going to do, I have this Brow Contour Pro. You can see that. And who makes this? I really love this. Oh, this is Benefit. And there are, if you can see, there's like concealer, there's brow pencils, there's everything that you need to do your eyebrows. And sometimes what women do, now I've got the concealer, is they just kind of take the concealer, and this might be a little dried out. I've had this for a while. I've probably had this for more than 3 years. I think I'm just going to toss this out and see if I can't find a new one at Marshall's. Things dry out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this pretty color, Best of Me, Powder Kiss. See that? That's kind of pretty. And I'm just going to kind of go like this. Here we go. And then I have another lighter color in this palette, which I have this one, I have this one, I have that one. So let me kind of maybe do that. Kind of do that. And like I said, you can also just kind of maybe go like that a little bit around your brows. I think that might be a little dark, but I'm doing it anyway. And then with my white hair, I have to be careful. I can see a little bit of staining from my tinted sunscreen. I can just take that and just wipe that off with a fresh Kleenex. Sometimes you can add a little water and get that staining off. You can kind of see that where I have some staining, from that. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that. I don't know what I did with that Milk lash stuff for my brows. I don't know where that went to. Okay, so instead of using that, I'm going to use the brow pencil just a little bit, just a little bit again, just a little bit again. And then I also have this, which is a little lip treatment that it's called Prep and Prime from MAC. And that kind of also helps your lipstick from creasing, running. If your skin's very dry, which most older women, our skin's very dry. All right, and then now I'm going to take my little clean makeup sponge, or I can use a makeup brush, and I'm just going to put a little bit of blush on. Just a little bit. I actually like brushes better than the sponges because I feel like I put too much on. So I always have my Kleenexes, and I'm just going to kind of dust that off. Just kind of dust that off. Now, when I was younger, I used to put a little bit of blush on my nose, my chin, my forehead, but I don't do that anymore. And I also just bought this multi-peptide lash and brow serum by The Ordinary, and I use that at night, but I only use just a very little. And the mascara I use, I always use a tubing mascara now that I've gotten older and I use more moisturizer on my skin. And so my mascara doesn't run down my face. So I'm going to put on a little bit of mascara. You can use a little, oh, just a little curl or two before you put your mascara on. And I kind of take the mascara and go outwards. Just kind of doing this, and I don't overdo it. I'm not a high fashion model, not a Vegas showgirl. Don't need to overdo it. And then what I'm going to do, I got a little bit of mascara there, so I have a little concealer on this left over. I'm going to put that on. And then what you can do, which is nice with the tubing mascara, I can do my lower lashes. Just kind of doing just a little bit. And having that black liner helps quite a bit. Here we go. I have some missing lashes over on this eye towards here, towards the outside. Okay, so I've got that. And then we all know that I never wear bright red lipstick or bright pink. And I have my Blankety by MAC, which I absolutely love. Now, if you want to, you can bring your lipstick over your lip line, over the vermilion line. I do have some filler in my lips. Here we go. So I have that. So I have my beautiful Blankety lipstick by MAC. I think it looks very elegant. I do have some lip liners if I want to use lip liners, but I'm not retouching my makeup every half hour, so I don't really bother with that. And then we all know that I wear my hair long, and I think it looks really pretty. I think it's just a real myth, uh, you know, that women can't wear long hair. I think it looks great. I love it. I get lots of compliments on it. And I guess that's about it. That's kind of my natural makeup routine that I do. Uh, Occasionally, I don't really wear that much makeup during the day. I usually don't wear any. But if I am going to wear makeup, this is what I do. So I look natural. I don't look like I'm desperate. I think I look dignified for 66. And I think that's all I can do. So I hope that you've enjoyed my little makeup session and you enjoyed the sunscreen, my last video. And I'll be making more videos. I think I said in the beginning to like, you can follow me. I'm also on Instagram, and I try to download these videos to my Instagram page also. And the Instagram is Margaret Skincare Expert. So have a great day and thank you.